Hey, it's me, Erica, and we are going to do something a little different. I'm going to be sharing my channeled messages for each sign, and this is just what I get for this time frame. So this can apply now or whenever you happen to come across it, but I'm going to generally apply it for, it feels like the next week or two. This is what's going on. Okay. So we're going to start with Aries. Aries, the first word I got was trip. You are either going on a physical trip, but I feel like not. If you are, it's not only a physical trip, but you are taking an adventure mentally and spiritually as well. Like you're leveling up. I would say be careful what you wish for, because it seems like you might have asked the universe or God or spirit, that you wanted certain things. And so things that are going on in your life right now are a result of those things that you ask for. And I feel that things are closer than you realize. And it feels like, when am I going to get there? When are the things going to come? Why do I have to keep going through this? And I got the spirit said, keep the faith. I also got something about an animal spirit. I don't know if you work with animal spirits or not, or if you're really drawn to a certain animal. But I feel that if you are drawn to a certain animal, look at those characteristics of that animal, and that will help you through what you're going through right now. I know that you're tired. I feel that you're tired and, exhausted, but it's like the final sprint until the next level. So don't give up. Don't give in. And I got something about a dog. If you do not have a dog, maybe to have a dog for companionship during this time. Also maybe healing too that I'm getting. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for you. Actually. Alright, Aries, this is the card that I got for you. Put it in there. Alright, so Inner Earth. It's all about your base or root chakra. It's all about our connection to the physical world and all of its lessons, and a lot of it is connected to your own sense of stability, your own sense of security and what makes you feel safe in this world. A lot of times when we work through childhood trauma, it really does help the root chakra, because we feel more safe in this world because we have worked through what has made us feel, unsafe. So this card, I feel, is telling you that you, right now, you have the opportunity to reclaim parts of yourself that you've buried deep within and reclaim gifts that you've abandoned. And that's part from the book. And it's interesting that you are going on a type of trip, like a spiritual journey. And even though you're doing things in the physical to help you along, which is good, because I feel like that helps connect you to your body, to your root chakra. And it might help you process, your childhood, your trauma a little easier. So you're laying the foundations and you're going to the next level. So right now you're going through a time period of working on those things that have made you feel unsafe on this planet, or made you feel like you didn't belong on this planet, or you weren't loved. Those things that have made you feel like you didn't have a stable, foundation. Don't let anybody tell you you're too broken, you're too damaged, it'd be better off if you weren't here, or any of those crazy things, because even though you have felt unstable in the past, you are working through it, and you're going to come out so much stronger because of it. A lot of people, they might seem like they have it all together, but in their private lives, they're angry, they're depressed, they're, have unhealthy coping mechanisms or behaviors. So even though you might feel like you're late in the game, or other people didn't have to go through as much, trust me, you are going to come out better because of it, and spirit will always honor that kind of work that you're doing on yourself. So definitely amazing, keep up the good work, Aries. All right, Taurus. The first thing I got for Taurus is actually money. I actually got the song "She Works Hard for the Money." So at this time period, you might be stressing over money. Trying to really put in the work to get more money. But what I'm getting from Spirit is that to have more fun in life right now, be more lighthearted, raise your vibration, and money will come easier and faster. And raising your vibration, as in, so on the scale of emotions, each emotion has a vibration. The higher the vibration is emotions like love, joy, peace, fun. You know, those things are higher vibration emotions. Lower vibration emotions are stuff like hate, jealousy, anger, guilt, shame. Which is interesting because like guilt and shame is one of the lowest vibration emotion, or are the lowest vibration emotions. So when you get into those higher vibration emotions, when you can really be in those emotions more, the vibration, the frequency that you put off is higher, and then you can attract those kind of same things into your life, higher vibration things, right? So, you know, even though life has hit you with some hard punches lately that I'm feeling, it's like life got you down, so like you became more serious. It kind of took over. But I'm just getting, have more fun, relax, and just know that help is on the way, and like really, really believe the help is on the way. All right. All right. And so the card I have for you, Taurus, is Thoth, Light Codes. Light Initiation, Great Teacher Awakening, Divine Magic. Thoth actually helps people that are finding it difficult to make spiritual progress, to rise above the aspects of their life that are holding them back. He helps awake the teacher within. So, like we were saying, you're having trouble kind of getting out of that serious mindset and worrying about money. So Thoth will really help connect you to higher vibration, to help you to not worry about those things, and to really awaken that side of you that wants to help other people, that wants to teach other people. It seems like you are going through a kind of like a process of initiation, which I hate to say it sometimes, we are quote unquote tested before we get to the next step. And it's like right now you're going through those lessons, those tests to get to the next step. I feel like, it is really a process of letting go of limiting stories, limiting beliefs, old ideas. Your family could have really taught you that money is hard to come by. You have to really work hard for money. You got to grind for money. You have to, or that, you might have grown up where you didn't really have enough money or a lot of money. So to think of a life where you do have a lot of money is almost foreign. I know also a lot of us, when we really dig deep, we almost believe that we don't deserve the life that we wish we had, that we don't feel deserving of making above 100K a year, 150K, like that's just so far out there. And we have to let those go, because why not? Money is just an energy, and it's a never-ending energy. Everybody can have a piece of the pie, so why can't you? I feel like the energy that you're dealing with, surrounding money, it can get intense, and it's making you face some shadow parts of yourself. And when you face these shadow parts of yourself of not deserving, or whatever is the resistance to money flowing easier in your life, that's going to help you connect to the divine magic that is within you. So like the bigger the fear is coming, the louder those voices are getting about, I'm struggling, or I never have enough, like know that the more that intensifies, the closer you're getting to reaching the next level, to reaching the next step, to breaking those limited beliefs within yourself, right? So journaling can help, meditating, things that are going to help you get to the root of why you believe what you believe and to reprogram those things. You could even try hypnosis. I've been looking into that lately. So that's what's going on right now, and I wish you the best, Taurus. Gemini. The word that I got for you immediately is rest. Like, chill out. You don't have to be everywhere or always doing something, you know? I feel like Spirit really wants you to learn what it really means to relax, and not just like, well, I sit in front of the TV and I watch my favorite TV show. I feel like even when you do that, your mind is somewhere else, or you have like this background of anxiety of like, you're thinking of, what do I have to do tomorrow? What do I have to do next week? So like anxiety partly is due to not being fully present, in your moment, because your brain being a very mercurial sign, you are always somewhere else and here at the same time, right? So I feel like practicing meditation, breath work, and mindfulness will really help you relax better and be more present in your moments. Only let your brain engage with what you're doing at the present moment and not what you need to do or what has happened. Stay, again, in the present moment. I feel that the better you become at effective relaxation and mindfulness, the less your energy will be resistant to the things that you're trying to manifest. I feel like there's things that you're trying to bring forth, but it just seems like no matter what you try, it just doesn't work out. And it feels like, a lot of frustration behind that. But I feel that it's your energy being so scattered that is making the manifestation so slow. It's like when you really put your whole mind and only focus on one thing, intently, manifestations come quick. But the problem is, being Gemini, is that it's hard to have that full focus and attention on one thing. So I feel like that's what you're learning right now and what you're going through. And so let's look at what card I pulled for you. All right, Gemini. So I have the Halls of Learning, which are also known as the Halls of a Mentee. All right. The Halls of Learning, also known as the Great Halls, are an etheric retreat that's dedicated to spiritual knowledge, which is different than the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records holds information about your life, your past life, future life, stuff like that. Where the Halls of Learning, it's more of spiritual knowledge, like a training space for souls, spiritual guides, and those kind of things. This is actually supposedly what it looks like if you do travel there. So, it's like an ancient mystery school, and it's interesting because it is for those who are opening up their psychic and clairvoyant abilities, which includes mediumship. And it's interesting because, so the Long Island medium, whether she's real or fake, one interesting thing that I found is she said that she used to deal with a lot of anxiety. And she didn't know what the cause of it was. And so she went on this retreat, happened to get into mediumship or around medium somehow. And they told her, you have the gift. And so that anxiety you're feeling is spirit wanting to talk to you, but you not realizing. So you feel the energy pulling on you, but you're not open enough to communicate, or, So that could be a part of the anxiety that you're going through. Not saying all of you are mediums, but I will say some of y'all are. Or it could even be, your spirit guides that are trying to talk to you, or God, or who, whatever your practice is. They're trying to talk to you and get your attention, but you're not open enough yet, right? So I feel that spirit is wanting to connect to you right now. And that is a part of the anxiety that you're feeling. And it's like it wants to connect with you to show you how to connect more and to lower the resistance that you have, you know, by default towards the things that you're trying to manifest. And that, you know, if you are facing some challenge right now, you need to see what you have learned, what you are learning, and like what lessons that are coming out of all this. You know, you're going, again, a lot of so far is going to the next level spiritually. That's what seems like a lot of the readings so far have been, going to the next level. You know, you can even call on your spirit guides to reveal to you the trauma, the pattern, or even the wound that has contributed to the present challenge that you're going through. So just view every challenge as a window of opportunity to grow. And that you, to get this card, it's saying that you are developing abilities. So if things have been getting a little stranger, you know, more synchronicity, even maybe more anxiety, and you don't understand where it's coming from, I would definitely look into developing your abilities, and learning how to open as well as close. That's one thing that I wish I would have learned right away, is that it's easy to open your abilities, but you need to learn how to properly close so that spirits and spirit won't try to talk to you all the time, you know, because that can get draining real quick. Just to throw it out there, if you're not really familiar with all this stuff, I would go check out the Dead Files. I'm not really one for a lot of TV shows on this kind of thing, because I feel, you know, there are obviously a lot of fakes out there, but I believe Amy Allen is one of the few, like, legit psychic mediums out there, and I like her approach to investigating like hauntings or whatnot, because it's a huge spectrum. You know, you're not only always going to get ghosts, like there's going to be thought forms or demons or, you know, things from other religions, or, you know, things that were before religion, or even aliens. Like, it's so interesting and so cool. But she also talks about here and there, like when she does come across sensitive people that don't know they're sensitive, and kind of gets them, you know, here's where you need to start. So just saying, you know, if you're into that kind of stuff, highly recommended. But yeah, Gemini, things are going to be good. You're going through some things, but you are going to come out on top, and you're going to come out better. All right. Hello, Cancer. So the first thing that came to me was intense shadow work, period. So it seems like you might feel like you're drowning in your emotions right now, or they're becoming very intense lately. But I feel like a part of it is that your aura needs tending to. So with negative interactions with substances like alcohol or other recreational stuff, very stressful times in our life, it damages our aura. Our aura is supposed to be kind of like almost like a energetic shield, right? And so over time, if we don't clean our aura, it gets all this negative stuff trapped in it, and it starts eating away. So things that shouldn't really affect you more. You get tired more easily, you get irritable more easily, you get sad, depressed more easily. So that's something I feel like really strongly you need to work on, your spiritual hygiene, right? Cleansing yourself, and also, you know, protecting your energy or aura. I feel like also a part of this is you've gone through some situations that you have not fully processed. And so those emotions that haven't been processed are like stuck in your energy body, which is causing havoc in it as well. You know, you could have a phantom pain somewhere in your body, like your shoulder and back, that it's like it never goes away, but doctors can't figure out what's going on, right? And I feel like, you know, that's a part, like that's the culprit. So let me go ahead and get a card for you. All right, Cancer. So your card is the Temple of Truth, which is so fitting for this message. So the Temple of Truth is about your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is all about your self-expression and communication. It's about getting our emotions out, having to speak up, being able to authentically express who we are and how we feel. And so it can get clogged up when we don't really express how we feel or express emotions when we're going through challenging times, you know. It can almost even feel like a lump in our throat or like a lump in our heart. So this card is really trying to tell us that, you know, emotions are powerful messengers, and if we don't attend to what needs to come out or come through us, they build up, and then we become overwhelmed, which can lead to escapism. And escapism could be through, you know, working too much. It could be through never wanting to be alone, so you don't really have to be alone with your thoughts or feelings. You know, anything that takes your attention away, substance abuse, drinking, whatnot. So the message with this card is there's something buried deep inside you that hasn't been expressed. And like I said, this is causing energetic blockages on your path. Just so, again, perfectly tied into what I said. It's a time to love yourself enough to honor the feelings that are rising up in you, for they are divine guidance that will bring you into greater alignment, right? The card even, it says that your truth is your truth, and it's important for you to honor it with every facet of your being. And that's what it says, you know, in the booklet, which is, you know, I like to read it sometimes to, you know, let you know that what I'm saying does align with the card. It's not my own, you know, interpretations of the card, which sometimes I will get additional messages. But so I feel like there's issues that really need to be talked about, and whether it be with your, you know, a come to God moment with yourself, or a sit down with friends or family, you know, especially family. Those are usually where our biggest wounds lie, right? So I feel like there's a lot of things that you need to talk about, and even if there might not be any technical closure, just the fact of you speaking your own truth is what is needed. You know, you never have expressed how you have felt through what you have gone through, and trying to kind of maybe not be a burden to people, or feeling like, you know, people won't care enough, or, you know, I don't want to make my parents feel worse than they do for what happened. You are putting in an unnecessary responsibility on yourself. You know, we are not meant to carry those burdens. We have family to help us through things, right? We can get through things together, but if you never speak up and express your truth and authenticity and how you really feel, you end up carrying all this baggage by yourself. And you don't have to. There is no time to play the martyr. There's no time to be the victim. Not saying that you are being the victim, but when we force ourselves into a corner and force ourselves to carry more than we should, we are doing ourselves an injustice and playing this role where we have to have enough courage to say, no, I'm not going to be the victim. I'm going to reclaim my power, and I'm going to speak up, and I'm going to say what I feel, and I'm going to say what I need, right? And when you get it off your chest, and when you finally let it all out, even if you have to ugly cry it all out, you know, it can be such a cathartic release. And I think that's the first step in going through what you're going through right now. The first step is literally just talking about it and being open and speaking about it, and not in a cryptic way and not in a one-sided conversation way, right? You have to speak your truth, but please be open to what people are going to say as well, because sometimes we see things differently than other people. You know, we might feel that something was done to us, but it was never objectively that way. It happened to us, but we were just unfortunate enough to receive that thing happening to us, right? And so we have to take back our power and reframe things that have happened in our life in order to know that things don't happen to me, things happen for me. And, you know, I can personally say that I've had a lot of rough things happen to me in my life. And I took that and had a chip on my shoulder for a long time and was like, y'all screwed me up. It's your fault. It's your fault that I'm bipolar. It's your fault that I want to kill myself all the time. It's your fault that I want to, you know, I hate myself. But that got me nowhere. That got me a long time of doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing, right? Because I didn't know how to process stuff. But once I finally stopped putting the blame everywhere and said, you know what happened happened. You know, if the person's not going to take accountability, that's not my problem. But I have to take accountability for how I am reacting to this, how I am going about this situation. I have the power on how I react. And that is a very important thing to remember. You know, no matter what happens to you, you have the power to react. You can react in a positive way or a negative way. I'm not saying anything's good or bad, but there are things that will lead to better, you know, things in your life, and there's things that will lead to worse things in your life. So we have to be open to our part in reacting. But we still have to have the courage to say, look, this is how I feel though. And then go from there. Cancer, I wish you the best because I know how this goes. I've been through this process. It's a time. I'll tell you that. It's a time. But you'll come out better for it. Put in the work. It's going to suck. You're going to cry a lot. It's going to be taxing. But I promise you, you put in the work, it'll be rewarding. And you'll get to the place one day where you're like, man, I can't believe that's who I was. Like, now you can't even get me off balance. Like, I'm good. No matter what, like, I'm good. All right. And part of that is really learning to love yourself. That's, as corny as it sounds, it's so true. Louise Hayes. I got a book from her right here called Mirror Work. She's really good about learning about that too, of what it means to really love oneself and to forgive yourself. You know, forgive others, but more importantly, forgive yourself, right? All right, Cancer. You got this. Leo. So, for you guys, I immediately feel like a sadness or just feeling discontent with where you are in life. So you're just tired. You're just tired of trying and just not getting to where you're going yet. I feel like some of you guys too may be going through a recent breakup. And tired of things not working out in love. Like, you know, I give a chance to these people and it never works out. I always get hurt. You know, why am I not good enough? Things like that. But I feel like whatever's going on in your life, it's time to take a step back and assess your actions and what patterns keep playing out. You know, what's the pattern going on? If it's love, you know, that you keep getting your heart broken. Okay, what are actions that you take? in that pattern? What are the things that you keep doing over and over again? And it could be as simple as like, well, I always say, you know, men ain't nothing. Men aren't worth anything. There's no good men left in the world. Okay, so, but the pattern is you keep getting your heart broken on. Say cheated on, for example. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You're not expecting anything by saying men are worthless, but then you are surprised when it comes to pass, right? So we have to really dig into our core beliefs of situations and then see what are the patterns, right? If you are just generally depressed, that it's not really this or that, it's a little more tricky, I will say. I've gone through that for years, and it took just me really finding out who I was, really getting in touch with myself. What do I really want out of life? And what are things in my life that are holding me back or are not on my path? And going towards the direction of fulfillment no matter what. So if I just wasn't in alignment with people, going in the same direction as me, I had to let them go. People that were full of, just messy people, I let them go. People that didn't respect my boundaries, I let them go. Anything that didn't add to my life positively, I let go. And slowly reprogramming how I felt about myself, how I felt about life, how I felt about people, how I felt about relationships. All those things I had to reprogram. Even though I didn't feel like it, I reprogrammed it. So when I was single, I would say, there are good men out there. They are. I just haven't, I'm not dating them yet. But they're there. And I'm going to find me a nice guy. I'm going to find me a really great guy because they exist. And whenever women or men would try to put, other people down, I'm like, no, there are good people out there. And you'll come across them. And I had to reprogram how I felt about myself, that I am worthy, I am deserving, I am loved, and I am worthy to be loved. And it really changed my life around. So journaling may help you figure out those patterns that are happening and how you really feel about yourself and how you really feel about situations. I feel like right now in life is a yin phase for you, meaning kind of take a seat, and just figure out things. Don't do too many action-oriented things, especially like if you are you might be discontent with work. Don't look for a job right away unless you need to, but try to figure out why are you so discontent with your job. If it's love, don't go actively dating right now, and try to figure out what's the root of these cycles. I feel like, again, it's a time to truly figure out what it means to love yourself and to only give yourself the things and the people you deserve and not settle for less. Work on being better at setting boundaries and sticking to them without regret. If you're going to tell somebody to get out of your life, don't be sad about it later. Which, you might be sad, but don't, regret it and then change your mind, right? All right, let's see what card we have for you. All right, interesting. The card that came out for you is Heart of Source. All-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. That's just perfect for what we were talking about, right? This is like what you would call agape love. It's unconditional love. It is love that you could do nothing to earn, but do nothing to lose. It's there. Source is this kind of love. And I feel that with everything that's going on right now and how you're feeling, you're going to take a turning point to where you are going to connect directly with Source, with the creator of this kind of love. You're being filled with love. And as you learn to love yourself, it's going to help take away those blockages that you have about life, and that know that you are accepted no matter what, and that you are appreciated, and that you deserve all good things. This card encourages you to view yourself in a loving way and give yourself permission to be loved. We are all born with that inherent right. So whatever you think that you might have done or anybody has said to you, they're wrong. There's nothing you can do to take away your right to be loved, right? If you have been holding back for a while but are now ready to share the love you have within you, this card lets you know that it is safe to do so, right? You are love, you are loving, and you are lovable. So this card tells you to claim your worth and to step into a new, almost spiritual level of not guarding yourself so much. Right? Well, you're like, well, I've been burned so many times. Like, I can't handle it. Like, I don't want to open up to somebody else and love them and they, trash me or whatever. What I've learned is that way of thinking will just perpetuate the cycle of that. You have to know that no matter what, spirit, universe, God, whatever has your back. That nobody can take away anything from you unless you let them, right? So holding back your feelings is not anything powerful. You're not gaining any control. You're actually on the opposite end, because you're saying, I don't have enough of this, therefore I can't give it to you. But when you have so much of something, you can freely give, and you're not scared to give because you have so much of it, right? And that is something I really had to learn before I found my person. Very guarded, very cold, very emotionless. I was a nice queen, and everybody knew it. Well, everybody that knew me. So I had to really learn to be vulnerable and know that vulnerable is more of a strength and superpower than so many other things are. When you're vulnerable, that means it's like, you can't hurt me. I know who I am. I have such an unshakable foundation that if you don't want me, that's fine. That's your personal preference. Like, no harm, no foul. Because there's other people I don't want, and it's just a personal preference. So I don't take it personally anymore. And that if it made me set really strong boundaries in dating. That I loved myself so much, I wasn't going to just take anybody. I had a list of what I wanted, and if somebody didn't meet those things, as in they don't belittle people, or had healthy coping mechanisms or whatnot, I wasn't going to accept it. And there are some guys that, man, that was hard. That was hard to let them go. But I knew they weren't for me, because I wasn't going to accept less than what I deserve, and even if that means waiting a little longer, I was okay with that. And then I ended up meeting somebody that I don't think I could ask for a better person. Like, he is amazing, right? But it really took me learning to let down those guards. And it really took me learning to love myself, and to love myself so much where I could give love in a healthy way, not in a codependent way, right? So, Leo, I feel like you are on this track of learning, love and acceptance and peace. That peace that surpasses all understanding. Because you are learning that no matter what, things are going to work out for you, right? And that the more you love yourself, the more you can love other people. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? It says that in the Bible. And I never really understood that until I started on this journey of loving myself. All right, Leo. Love and light for you. Virgo. So, what immediately came to me was get your money up. So, you might be saving money or trying to figure out money-making ideas. Journaling and keeping a notepad around for inspiration, I feel like would be a really good idea. It's like you're preparing yourself, like you're expecting inspiration. So having that expectation of ideas coming to you will help ideas come to you. It's like the more you seek, the more that you will find. But only do those things that bring you joy. So there could be a million ways to make money on the side or primary way. But if it doesn't bring you joy, it's going to end badly, or you're going to get burnt out, right? So if you're looking for like making side money ideas, only do the things that bring you joy. The more joy you experience in doing something, money related will actually bring in more money because it will raise your vibration and it will attract more money, right? And you won't get burnt out on what you like doing, right? I also get that you should use affirmations at this time. Specifically, I am successful, I am wealthy, and everything I touch turns to gold, right? So with those affirmations, you're just helping bring in those things that you're trying to manifest, and you're programming yourself to believe these things, which will help bring in those opportunities, right? All right, Virgo. So let's see what card we have for you. This is a pretty powerful card, especially that we were talking about money. So I got Orion activation, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. So the beings of Orion, that are associated with the Orion constellation, are said to be sacred space holders. To those who have this star power or star potential to make changes required to become the most ascended and aware form of themselves. It's like you are going to start really coming into your full potential and then explode like a supernova. And I feel like once you really have that confidence in yourself that that money, you can make money, and you can make money doing what you love, and you're gonna make it happen. I feel like it's just going to be explosion, like things are going to be fast tracked into that direction, right? So it says also this card is about that your fears and setbacks are being stripped from your energy now. So those things that you felt have been holding you back, or you're like, I know I can make money, but I don't know why it doesn't work out for me. Like, I don't know why it doesn't come to me as easily as other people. Like, those things are being stripped down. Your old you of being is stripped down. All that stuff is going away. And you're going through a process of renewal right now. Rebirth by light, right? You are going to move forward because the old stories of your life, you're going to realize that's not who you are anymore. So you don't have to live it out anymore. You don't have to adhere to it. You don't have to be that old version of yourself. You don't have to be the person that everybody said you were going to be. And let them say, oh, well, you're not going to do this. You're not going to make anything yourself. You're always going to be this way. Okay, sit back and watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Right? I feel like with your money, you are going to be able to make so much money where you can actually make a difference in the world. That you're actually going to be like, you have star potential. And that's it could go both ways, as in star potential meaning like you have unlimited potential, but also like you could have potential in being like somewhat famous. Like you could end up finding your little thing that could end up making you famous. whether YouTube famous or, you know, just like in the design world, the fashion, photography world, whatever it is, people are going to know your name, right? Because you have finally pushed through those limitations of, well, you know, it's a nice idea, but that's not meant for me, or, oh, that's just wishful thinking. Do you think that's what Elon Musk told himself? You know, Steve Jobs? Like, no, they believed in themselves and they made it happen. So that's what you have to do with yourself right now. Believe in yourself and you're going to make it happen. Put in that work. You're a Virgo. You know how to put in the work, put in the time. Keep going because it will pay off. Awesome card. Awesome reading. Libra. So Libra, I got that right now is like a time to celebrate. Like, I got like fun time, party, celebration. And I feel a lot of it is because you have come so far. Like, you have really made a big change within the last 5 to 10 years. Like, you look back at your life, you're like, man, I never thought I would get here. I never thought this is where I would be now. And so Spirit wants you to like celebrate that. Like, celebrate yourself and all your hard work and all of what you've accomplished. Stop thinking that you're not doing enough. Stop thinking that you're not good enough, that you have to keep going. Stop comparing yourself to others, because it's putting you almost in a mode of anxiety. Like, yes, it's good to have goals and you are going to accomplish them, but go at it at a leisurely pace, and a pace that makes you feel comfortable and doesn't add stress. And remember, like, everybody has their own journey in life, and looks can be deceiving. Your next door neighbor might look like they have it all. You know, they have 3-car garage, and they have, you know, the perfect nuclear family with 2.5 kids and just amazing life. But you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You know, like, that person might suffer with depression, or there could be domestic, you know, stuff going on, crazy stuff. So you don't know what people are really going through. Like, Tony Robbins said that most of his clients are like millionaires, and people like me would be like, millionaires? What problems do you have when you have that much money? But it goes to show you, you know, like, money can't fix everything. So just know that you're on your own journey, and that you'll get there. You'll get to where you're going. Enjoy the process, and, you know, learn everything that you can learn in the meantime, and just relax a little and get out of your head, really. So let's see what card Spirit has for you. All right, so your card is actually really cool. You have Hathor light codes, which is associated with the star beings, the Hathors. So to have this card, it's definitely saying that you might be a light worker first and foremost, which is very interesting, but that you are going through a time of upgrade. So that it's like, it's a time of expansion. It's a time of excitement, which is really interesting, because I said, like, party, celebration, celebrate yourself. You have infinite potential to do what you want to do in this lifetime. You have a lot of gifts, and I feel like your gifts, you might have known your gifts, but like, you started doubting them, and then you almost forgot them. But I feel like now that you are in a better place in your life, you're starting to remember who you really are. You're starting to remember your gifts, and you might even start discovering new gifts. Parts of yourself that were once hidden are now being seen. So again, it's like, you need to celebrate all of that. Who you were was hidden before, because you might have been in such a dark place in your life. And now that you've overcome that, like, you are emerging again as yourself. And it might feel a little weird, might feel a little awkward, but like, it's like you're settling into your new skin almost, you know? I feel like even if you've been experienced like fatigue, any just like tiredness, like that's going away as well. Like through this transformation, through this upgrade, you are starting to really remember who you are, why you're here, and like this is just a really good card for like kind of like welcome home. Like you've made it, you did it, you've done it. And again, celebrate that. Beautiful, beautiful Libra, beautiful. Scorpio. So the first word I got for you was emotions. Cancer got something pretty similar to this, I feel. It's you might feel that emotions are like kind of running high lately. They're a little harder to manage. But I feel like Spirit wants you to really practice grounding right now. Grounding meditations and being in nature, even walking outside in grass barefoot. There's actually a whole YouTube documentary. It might be called Grounding. But it's like the science behind like why grounding is so good for our bodies. I feel like be careful of eating too much processed foods. Be very mindful of what you're putting, inside you. You're what you eat, right? Lots of water, drink lots of water during this time. And so it's interesting. I was like, these are very interesting things to recommend for somebody, because this is very much the same advice for people that are going through ascension. And then I got that you are going to the next level spiritually, which is why you're feeling this way. And you also could be going through like random bouts of nausea, random headaches, like weird sleep patterns are being disrupted, like waking up at weird times, whatnot. Like, so this is, I feel like you're going through an ascension. You could be seeing 1111 a lot. Just got 222 as well. I feel like you are going to the next level. You are shedding a lot of baggage, negativity. You are really learning the lessons that you came here to learn, and you're doing a really good job. Also, just make sure you get enough rest and sleep. Sleep's going to be very important during this time as well. That's really all I got for you guys, which is very interesting. Nothing really bad. Let's see what card you get. All right. Super cool card that you got. And it's just, bringing it home with what I was saying. Divine Matrix. Interconnectedness. Synchronicity. God incidences. Oh, I like that one. So this card really is just all about saying everything is connected. Everything, what is it? Everything is nothing and nothing is everything. Like we are all from source, and everything that happens in our life is connected. It's cool to, when you're going through something, especially challenging, you're like, this sucks. Why would this happen? I can't believe this is happening to me. But then say fast forward, a couple of years down the road, and you're like, God, man, if that would have never happened, I would never be here. Like that event kind of rubber banded me into this cool thing or cool position I am now. Like I'm thankful for that happening to me, because I didn't realize that I was being taken out of a bad situation and being set up for something better. And I feel like that's what you're going through, and you're having a lot of, like I said, synchronicities. You're having a lot more like angel numbers popping up. Like you're in alignment right now, and you are going through ascension, and you're going to the next level. And y'all are doing the work. That's what's up. I also feel that with this card, it's saying that, again, like even when you felt that things have been against you, a process has been unfolding, helping you understand your connectedness to all things. Like everything is always working out for you. And that's an affirmation I say to myself a lot, or say out loud. Everything works out for me. Everything is always works out for me, and everything happens for my highest good. That nothing happens by accident to me. unless it's good. Like, everything will work out for me. If something is not mine, then it's not for me. So I don't even get bothered by something not working out because it's not for me. It's fine, because that means that something even better is on the way. And you have to have that kind of confidence in the universe. And, you know, the universe is always working in your favor and always for your highest good. That nothing is ever lost, because Source will always give us what we want and what we need. Sometimes give us what we don't know we want, because sometimes the things we want are not the greatest for us, right? So we just always have to have faith in the universe that it's doing everything for our highest good. Beautiful reading. Beautiful, beautiful. Get that water up. Make sure you get enough water. It's going to help a lot. Sagittarius. Okay, the first thing that came to me was abundance. So this should be good, right? Abundance. So I feel like you've been working hard and it's about to pay off big time. I saw like a windfall of just like coins just like raining down, like gold coins just raining down, like showering down. And so I feel like you're going to get like a windfall. Like a lot of good stuff is coming to you at once, to the point where you're going to like be like, oh my God, I'm the luckiest person ever. Where, you know, it's a lot of stuff is paying off, but also you raising your vibration is attracting a lot of good stuff into your life. And a song that kept playing in my head was the money, 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 money. Yeah, I know I sing very well. So even that, like, it's just, you're on the right path. If you've been worried about money, don't worry. You're on the right path. You're doing the right things. I feel like you will keep being shown the path to more and more money and abundance as you evolve spiritually. So like if you have an inkling or an urge to do something, do it, because it'll pay off. Like, you are getting really in tune with spirit, and you are going to be taken care of. You will always be taken care of, and remember that. So let's see what card is for you. All right, so I just did that whole reading with your card and it wasn't recording, so that's hilarious. So, as I said before in my unrecorded message, 2 cards came out. This is the first one, but I feel like it was stuck to the other cards, so this is not your main one, but it's like your secondary card. And Gemini actually got that if you want to check out Gemini's reading. So Halls of Learning, which is also known as the Halls of a Mentee. It's all about, you're going through a very spiritual time in your life right now, and you're learning your gifts and abilities, and you're growing in your gifts and abilities. If you have any inkling that you might be clairvoyant or psychic or anything, this is the astral place that would help you grow those things. It's like training grounds for spirits and for souls, whatever you want to call them. So it would definitely be good for you to research this, because I feel like you even might be a medium. But your spirit guides really want to connect to you, really want to help you out, really want to get you to that next level. Like, you are learning a lot and you are growing a lot right now, which is really awesome. And so then this is the card that came out for you, your primary card, which also is an amazing card. Emerald Tablet Activation, Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, and Conscious Manifestation. So the Emerald Tablets, if you've never heard about it before, is actually a hermetic text, and it is like in the format of a conversation between a student and a teacher. But you can, and it's like original Egyptian and Greek, but of course people have translated it, and you can also find books that people have taken the teachings and put it into a format of you can read about the teachings rather than just read the conversation. It's really something really cool to look into. Research. It has a lot of cool ideas and concepts. The statement actually, as above, so below, has come from Hermes, which is also known as Thoth. So I highly recommend looking into it. I highly recommend reading it. It has a lot of good stuff. So with this card coming out with your amazing reading, it's very interesting because as above, so below, working the miracles of one, all things come from the one. And you are really learning to integrate what you're learning spiritually into your life. So you are learning to be the divine alchemist, which also The Alchemist is a great book. You are learning to transform your life. Like, who you were 5 years ago is not who you are now. And the more that you are learning these spiritual principles and the more that you're applying it, the more that your life is just expanding exponentially and faster too, because you are really learning. You're learning the theory, but then you're applying it, right? Because a lot of us learn the theory and never apply, but you are learning how to apply it well, and you're learning those things, cosmic ordering. You are learning about manifestation. You are learning about thoughts becoming reality. You are learning about how our frequency, our vibration, and all those things matter. You are learning about, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, like how we interact with our hologram really, affects our reality and what comes into our life, and that we are creators of this reality, and we have the ability to choose better timelines for ourselves, right? And so you are learning what it is to consciously manifest, right? Most people subconsciously manifest. They just think their thoughts and do their things, and things just come into their life and they see no connection. But you understand there's always a connection, right? If you are feeling very negative, very down, very depressed, very, woe is me, that's what you're going to attract, things that are on that vibration. But if you are having fun, you're loving life, you are very grateful for the things you have, you're very thankful, you're going to attract things on that high vibration. And so, in this card, or about this card, it says that you are being called to remember the gifts that you are carrying from previous lives. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. So I feel like you've always known that you're different. You always known that, like, there is some great power within you, but you don't know what the hell it is, right? I feel like maybe past life regression would be a good thing for you to look into. I actually just started looking into it because it will lead you to understanding who you were before and what has carried over into this lifetime, and maybe even those gifts that you're not sure of what they are. You can find those clues to understand yourself better and what you can achieve in this life. It says that this is a special time for you to use that power to bring into manifestation all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interest. It's not a coincidence that, I kept getting stuff about abundance, and now it's saying, you have the power to create this. You have been creating this, and now you get to do it even more. Like, wow, right? Great. Good job, Sag. Like, you are on the right path. You are going far. You just keep it up. Capricorn. So the first thing that came to me was the word rigid. I feel like life has been really serious lately, and I think Taurus kind of got something a little similar. So you might have like another Taurus placement, but I feel like Spirit wants you to let loose a little. Like, let your hair down, have some fun, indulge in some hobbies, or even explore new hobbies. I feel also that you can take a hobby either that you already enjoy doing or that you will find out you enjoy doing, and you will be able to make good money off of it. I feel that you really need during this time to mitigate stress as much as possible. Do what it takes for you not to, be in a stressful environment. Exercise, eat well, drink a lot of water, meditate, like take out time for yourself, self-care. Do not forget about self-care. We can't be our best selves for everybody else if we're not taking care of ourselves first, right? Spirit just keeps wanting to say, like, right now, make time for fun and play. Like, make sure that you're enjoying your life right now. Don't let the burdens of life overwhelm you and life stop being fun. All right, so let's see what card Spirit has for you. All right, Capricorn, you got the Central Sun. Abundance downloads, regeneration, and success. So, I feel like right now is the time to regenerate. So even though life has been stressful and you've been bogged down, like now is the time to let all that tiredness and old energy be washed away. And it's like you're going through kind of like the process of the snake, like you're shedding your old skin, and this new skin you have that's being revealed is more aligned and more of who you are. So that might be why, like, Spirit's trying to say, like, have fun, raise your vibration, enjoy life, because that's really going to help usher in this regeneration process, this new you of being more aligned. I feel that new ideas are coming, new opportunities are coming, and experiences are coming to you at this time. So once again, like, the more focused on fun that you're having and the more relaxed you are and the more that you're taking care of yourself, the more these good things are going to come into your life. I feel like you've planted a lot of good seeds in your life, and you just have to allow them to grow. Like, you have to take a step back and allow them to grow. Like, don't micromanage their growth. Just let them be free and to grow on their own. This card also says that realize that in order to go beyond your horizon, it's important for you to welcome energetic exchanges. When you help others, you let yourself be helped in return. When you invest energy in projects, you let energy be invested in yourself. So, Capricorn, I know it might be hard for you to let others help you, but that is a part of the beauty that, is to be human. We thrive in community, right? We're not meant to be loners. Well, I wouldn't say that because I'm kind of a loner, but everybody is going to have their tribe, right? And so we help each other. So during this time, really, see those energetic exchanges. When you allow yourself to help somebody, you see that others help you. But when you allow someone to help you, you see, that you can be of more help to people as well, because you're all sharing the load. You're all helping out, and it gives you time to take care of yourself more. When you invest your energy into projects, you can see that energy can be invested in yourself, right? So those hobbies is a part of investing in yourself. Doing things that you love is a part of taking care of yourself. So this is a really beautiful card, and in everything you do, remember, you're going to be successful. You are having those abundance downloads. Don't worry about money. Don't worry about, like, if I don't do this and if I don't take care of that and this and this and this, then everything's going to fall apart. Like, yes, take care of what you must. But don't be so rigid and flexible thinking, or don't be so rigid in your thinking that everything has to be so structured or it's going to fall apart. Like, learn to be more flexible. Learn to let loose a little bit more. Learn to, don't take everything so seriously. It's a very interesting thing too, sometimes the serious problems need to be taken lightly. And it's the little things that need to be taken seriously, you know? So just let go a little bit and just know everything is going to be taken care of and the spirit has your back, right? Pisces. So, first thing that came to me, oh, my voice is going. My mind might be going too. What I got is you are good enough. You are good enough. You're more than good enough, right? And what do you really want out of life? That's a question the spirit wanted to bring to you. What do you really want out of your life? What does your perfect life, or not perfect, but dream life really look like? All right. So now is a good time to make a plan for your future instead of just kind of going with the flow that you might be used to going with. Regardless, no matter what, if you make a plan or not, you're going to live a good life, I feel. But with focused intention, your life can become something beyond your wildest dreams. I feel like Spirit wants you to create a vision board and to really see your new reality. Feel what it feels to have more than enough. Feel what financial freedom really feels like. Feel what, dream big. Dream very big. You weren't meant to struggle, and I feel like you can have that amazing life that many dream of. It's focused intention and setting tangible goals that will help you streamline your energy and the universe being able to assist you. And I feel like you can even use like spells or rituals to help you in creating that really honed in focus. You are a creator. Remember this. You are a creator. So now use that ability and create, right? So let's see what card Spirit has for you. All right, so beautiful card. You have the Chamber of Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. So this card is a lot about alchemy, which alchemy is the art of turning lead into gold. And so from an energetic perspective, the violet flame is where we place all that is heavy and just burdensome in our life, and we turn it into golden opportunity. We turn it into blessings. We turn it into abundance, right? So receiving this card, it says that know that the violet flame of transformation has been brought to you by your angels and your guides. They are encouraging you to see that you are in a space of radical transformation. Transformation can be overwhelming, but know that the hand of the divine is leading the way. And this is a really good part. All past trauma is now being cleared from your energy. Stay focused on releasing all of the energies that are no longer serving you. So what the violet flame is here to do is actually transmute all that fear, all that worry, into love, into gratefulness, into gratitude, because Spirit wants to see. You've been going through a transformation. You've been going through a deep transformation. And it's like Spirit wants to take you to that next level, because it's like when you decide to do something, you really go for it. And Spirit's kind of like rewarding that sense of like faith almost. Like that commitment, like, okay, this is where you want me to go. I'm going to do it then. You told me to go here. I'm going to go because I know you have my back. And so this next transformation is going to be very interesting, because it's going to get you to that point of really being able to see like, oh my God, like life is super tight. I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could bring this into my life. I didn't know life could be this fun. I didn't know life could be this rewarding. Like, things are going to get way more interesting. So this card is actually also wanting you to call in the strongest form of love you know, and allow those in your inner circle to support you through this time, because you are an alchemist. And you have the capacity to take all those negative vibrational things in your life and turn them into positive things. And you can align your life with the divine plan now and live in even more of a purposeful way. And I feel like a part of you manifesting more, you creating more, you drawing in more is a part of your divine plan. You are meant to help people, not on a small scale, but on a bigger scale. And even like we can create also what we want in this life. So if you want to help people on a grand scale, like, then that's what you're gonna do. Dream big. Dream big, and don't ever be like, well, that's kind of crazy. No. The greatest things of our times are inventions. Like, people thought they were crazy, and then they weren't. Tesla, for instance. So I feel like with this card, you're going through a transformation. I would say in meditation, imagine a violet flame just like surrounding you, engulfing you, and you just feeling yourself being purged, and just feel like that agape love, just connect to it. And you're going to see that, like, by letting go of the residual or whatever, like, negative things that are lingering around you, it's going to propel you into your future. It's going to propel you to the next step. And like, spirit is really guiding you step by step, like, do this now, do this now, do this now. And you're going to be able to help a lot of people. So, amazing. Very amazing.